I have always been a morning person as long as I can remember. I've just always preferred the morning time. I don't know, there's something just so safe and exciting and just like new beginning vibes about the morning that I just love. Good morning, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today, very exciting video for me because I love mornings. Disclaimer, I will say it doesn't mean that I wake up at like the butt crack of dawn every day and that I am like up at 5 a.m. working out, doing all the things. No, I love mornings, but it doesn't mean that like every morning of mine is super productive or like super early or this or that. Like I can wake up at 10, I can wake up at 7, I can wake up at 6, I can wake up at 8, 9, whatever it is. Just in general, I prefer the morning time over any other time in the day. There's just something so cozy and happy about it. To me, I'm at that stage in my life where I am 22, I'm like building my routine, how I want to spend my days, you know, I'm out of school. It's really exciting to just like learn about yourself and figure out what you like and actually be able to implement it because you're at the stage in your life where you can kind of just like create your schedule and create your life, I guess, because there's just a lot of little tips and tricks, little things that I have learned that I prefer and that allow me to have a happy morning. Obviously, not every morning is perfect. Sometimes I'm rushing, sometimes I'm stressed, sometimes I'm late. I've always been a morning person, but I feel like these few things that I've implemented recently have just allowed me to further enjoy my mornings, start off the day so well. Some of the tips I'm about to share with you are things that I do on a daily basis, but some things are not. Some of these things I'm about to share, I do maybe once a week, once a month. Some of these things I've never done. This is kind of an accumulation of things that I do, but also things that I want to do and want to get better at. Also things that, you know, the people around me do and it inspires me, or my favorite YouTubers do, which inspires me. So please take that into account. Please take everything I say with a grain of salt. These tips and tricks are just for fun. And you know, it's from my perspective, of course. It's what I think helps me, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna help everyone watching this video. With all that being said, let's get into the video. First thing I have on my list is give yourself time. I truly feel that when you actually have time to consciously brush your teeth, to consciously wash your face, to consciously pick out an outfit, consciously eat your breakfast, all the things. And when I say consciously, I mean you're not doing it so fast that you're not even processing and you're just in autopilot. You're actually taking the time to register what you're doing and be aware of time and like your life. Whereas when you're in autopilot and you're doing things super fast, you almost lose that awareness. And then, you know, when it's like you do something so fast and you do something so much in autopilot that you can't even actually remember it with your own memory, even if it happened in the same day. It's kind of like the same thing as that. Not being able to remember because you didn't even register what you were doing in that present moment. So like you can't even look back on it because it was just done so like autopilot, so mindlessly. I think when you give yourself time in the morning, and I'm not saying you have to give yourself like 3 hours by any means, like everyone's different. I personally love having a lot of time, but recently it's been really hard for me to wake up early because I've been going to bed later. So I unfortunately have had shorter mornings recently. But even just giving yourself like an hour, I would say, is probably the safe average for getting ready. It just allows you to, again, really be present in your morning and also have time to do the little things that aren't necessarily mandatory or necessary. Will just boost your mood, and then that will translate into the rest of your day. Next on my list is to make your alarm like clock sound be a song that you love. Now, obviously the song choice is very important because at least for me, I have songs on my playlist that I consider morning songs, day songs, evening, afternoon songs. It's like raining outside. I have songs for when it's sunny outside. It's just like the mood and the vibe that the song gives. Just using like the basic like alarm clock sound, which I feel like, honestly, when you really think about it, such an aggressive, loud, disturbing sound being the first thing that you hear, being the thing that arises you, awakens you first thing in the morning, is kind of traumatizing. This is a complete guess. Like, I have not done my research and I am no scientist, but my guess would be that having an alarm clock sound, like the typical like one. Those, to me, if that's the first thing you hear, the thing that arises you from your slumber, that just sounds like a high cortisol, through the roof awakening. Just can only imagine how our bodies feel. I feel like your cortisol is already through the roof first thing when you wake up, if that's the thing that's waking you up. So again, this is a complete guess, complete estimate. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments because we don't want to share false information. So on top of that, it's just not pleasant. It's not exciting. It doesn't make me happy, you know, to hear that sound. Like that sound doesn't bring me joy personally. So I decided, I'm like, why don't I just put a song? You know, and this is a thing, obviously people do this, like this is nothing new, but I was like, let me just try. And I put the song Us Against the World, which is literally, I love that song so much. I forget who it's by. I got it because I made an early 2000s rom-com playlist because I'm just obsessed with the early 2000s rom-com type of music. Oh my gosh. This song came out the year I was born. That's insane. By Play. This song to me is a morning song. This song to me is the song that is used in a movie when the main character is getting ready for school in the morning. They're putting on their lip gloss, and when that's the song and that's the sound that wakes me up in the morning, I've noticed such a huge difference with how I feel because when I hear it, I instantly, my first thought is I'm in a movie. When the main character is waking up in the movie and smile, and the like Disney comms and they like take off their sleeping mask and they're like, and obviously everyone's different. Not everyone's into the early 2000s rom-com songs like I am. Whatever you want. I know some people use the Gossip Girl sound, like the Serena van der Woodsen one. It just basically boils down to like, what vibe do you want your morning to be like? And then picking a song that you associate with that vibe and having that be your alarm clock. Because then if you associate that song to that vibe and that feeling, then if that's the song that wakes you up in the morning, that's the immediate reaction you're gonna have. So the angle's a bit different. Okay. I just needed to fix my hair because she was getting frizzy. But next tip that I have is, okay, this is obviously depends on your situation. I have a speaker in my room to play music first thing when I wake up. So I have a playlist that, again, is my early 2000s rom-com playlist, which for me contains a lot of music that I associate with the morning routines of an early 2000s rom-com. And so for me, they're like just such morning songs and they're just the vibe that I literally want to emulate in the morning in my own life. So by playing those on my speaker, the first thing playing in my room while I'm brushing my teeth, while I'm washing my face, while I'm picking out my outfit, it's basically like making me feel like I'm in a movie. It's the same vibe. It's like when you're driving to music, it just has that similar feeling to it. Now, obviously not everyone can like blast a speaker in their room at 8 a.m. in the morning if you have siblings or this or that, and like obviously you don't want to bother other people in your household or neighbors. I suggest maybe putting like earphones in, this like background music. So again, it all depends on the vibe that you want to have. Like my video is definitely very movie focused because I just love living my life like I'm in a movie. That's just my personal preference. It doesn't mean it's everyone's. To go along with that, a morning playlist. Instead of shuffling all your songs and playing that, I don't think it's the same because there's a lot of my music that I don't think would put me in the mood that I want to be in the morning. Not all my songs on my phone I want to hear first thing in the morning. I make sure that the playlist I play on my speaker is my morning playlist. Kind of still in relation to that, I put Jump Around Your Room and Dance. I have, as you guys know, a mirror in my room. This mirror means everything to me, guys. I stand here, I look in this mirror with my music playing, and I just jump around as I'm like going to my closet and getting my shirt. You know, in the movies when they like take the shirt and they look in the mirror and they're like, like, do I do this one? And then they go and get another shirt and they're like, like that's the one. It's all while they're grooving. It just gives me all the right vibes. I highly recommend having some sort of mirror in your room if you can. It doesn't have to be a big mirror, just like maybe a full-length mirror so that you can see your outfits. It really comes down to just giving yourself time, like tying it back to the first point, giving yourself time to do these little things in the morning that mean so much to you, that aren't necessarily something you have to do, but will elevate your spirits because you did something that authentically makes you happy. And so because you took time for yourself to do that in the morning, almost gave yourself control over your morning. And so when the day comes on and all these things that are out of your control happen, and you give yourself to other people and to other things outside of you, you want to do that. You want to be there for other people, and you want to do all these other things because you took time for yourself in the morning. Do as much as you can the night before so that you feel good about yourself, because that'll automatically put you in a better mood. Some examples are making sure you have gas in your car, making sure your clothes are clean so you're not like scrambling in your laundry basket to find something, that your bathroom is stocked. I know it sounds silly, but like having toilet paper, toothpaste, whatever, because if you wake up in the morning, the first thing you go to the bathroom and you don't have toilet paper and you're like, ugh, and you ran out of toothpaste and you're like, oh, it's like little things like that. I'm guilty of that. I'm so guilty of that. I literally go to my mom's bathroom and I literally shop in her bathroom because this woman is so prepared and has all the things, and I tend to only remember to restock once something is empty, which is a really bad habit. So I'm very guilty of this, and this is kind of a point that I'm saying to myself as much as I'm saying to the camera. When you're prepared, you feel better about yourself. Then you start to have positive thoughts, and then you start to feel confident. And then with confidence, you do more confident things throughout the day, and then you feel better about yourself. And it's like this like positive cycle, whereas the unpreparedness does the exact opposite, and then it's like this negative cycle. The next thing I wrote is to take care of yourself. This just means like if you take vitamins in the morning, taking your vitamins consistently, preparing a glass of water for yourself, doing that little act of kindness for myself the night before, making sure that I fill up that cup of water and leave it there for my morning me, actually makes morning me so happy, because I'm like, oh my gosh, like I did that for myself, you know, and now I can chug my room temperature water, which I prefer. And then again, it's that same thing, the positive cycle, positive thoughts towards yourself, because when you choose to take care of yourself, you expect better throughout the day, because you're like, you just have higher standards for yourself. Another thing that I didn't write but just came to me that's kind of related is having a clean space when you wake up first thing in the morning. The amount of times that I have left the kitchen a disaster, and I wake up in the morning and I go downstairs and I go to pack my food, I'm instantly put in a lower mood. I don't have time to clean this now, I have to clean when I get home. Trying to have like most of the time clean space when you first wake up is definitely ideal. Obviously it can't be done every day, and that's totally normal and that's totally fine, and a part of life is just not being hard on yourself because you can't have everything together. And sometimes you will have to prioritize sleep over cleaning your kitchen. AKA me. I, this past week, have been trying really hard to pick up after myself and to not have stuff on the floor, socks, this, that, because, or like little knickknacks, like I've been trying to be better at putting them away and putting them in their proper spot, because when I wake up in the morning and my room is crispy clean, it puts me in the best mood. It just makes me feel so good. Again, it's confidence. When my room is clean, my first thought is, oh, I'm put together. Oh, I'm a clean person. Oh, I'm on top of things. And then those are confident, positive thoughts that I'm having about myself. And then because I have those thoughts about myself, I have like higher standards for myself. And then the confidence and the higher standards and the positive thoughts are just like this positive cycle. And, it just keeps going and going. And it starts off from that one thing and it just expands. So again, it's kind of just like that butterfly effect of just taking care of yourself, taking care of your space. Next point we have here is to have some peaceful grounding time if you can. We can be so like go, go, go all the time. And I put down high cortisol because I feel like if your mornings are very rushed, very stressed, very go, 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 very I don't have time for anything, I just need to go and run out the door. Not just taking things slow, but just also having intentional time to be aware of life, build gratitude, to focus on what really matters to you and your purpose almost for like why you're doing these things every day and why you're waking up every day. I know it sounds very deep. That is obviously, it's different for everyone. For me personally, what I do, it's my personal version of grounding peaceful time in the morning is reading the Bible and journaling. And I haven't really been doing it on weekdays because I have not given myself the time to, but I have been making it a priority to do it on Saturdays and Sundays. And again, it grounds me. It brings me back to, hey, like, why am I waking up every morning and doing all these things? It just reminds you, gratitude. Journal, I write down like 3 things I'm grateful for. I write down a daily affirmation. I write down, what I want to get done that day. And it gives you that purpose. It gives you that motivation. We can just be so like go in life, so in autopilot that we don't even remember like why we're doing what we're doing. Why am I rushing for this thing? Why am I, stressing myself out over this thing? And then when you have that dedicated time in the morning that's like peaceful, grounding time, it reminds you, oh, well, this is why I'm doing this, because I love this, because I'm so grateful for this, because I want to do this for this person, because I have this goal in life, and in order to achieve this goal, I need to do these things today to get there. And it grounds you, it brings you back. That's something I would love to do more of. I really do want that to be something I do daily. But again, also just being kind on yourself, not being hard on yourself, giving yourself flexibility, and understanding that life is busy and there's only so much we can do in the morning before work, school, whatever it is. Again, that can mean so many things. That can mean meditation, that can mean yoga, that can mean working out. And my last point is just to try to avoid my phone. And obviously, like, I use my phone for my alarm clock. So like when I say avoid phone, I mean avoid answering messages, avoid reading messages. Like even if I see the notifications, just not reading them right away. Avoid social media until I've finished everything else in my morning routine. This gives me the feeling personally that no one can touch me. It almost feels like the outside world cannot control my emotions or my feelings or like how I'm doing because I haven't let it. I haven't let it because I'm still in my bubble. My morning routine is like my bubble. And it's like once I leave the house or like once I start my day or whatever it is, once my morning routine is done, it's like, okay, the bubble is popped, you know? But like when I'm in my morning routine, I'm in my bubble, and I do try my best to not go on my phone, to not go on social media, to not read messages, to not answer messages, emails, whatever it is. Because to me, that's letting in outer world in too early when I just need to use that time to just focus on me and like start my day. I am guilty. There are many mornings where I'm very tired, and I know the only way that I will get enough energy to get up is if I do go on social media. And I know that that's not the healthiest tactic. Phases where I'm really good at not doing that, and I have phases where I'm really bad and I actually depend on my phone to actually wake me up. I had so much fun with this. I'm so passionate about this subject. I could literally ramble for days, but I think I would just get to a point where you guys wouldn't even understand what I'm saying anymore. So I tried to keep it short. I tried to keep it concise and clear. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this helps someone out there enjoy their morning a little bit more. Stay tuned for more videos. Bye.